Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to welcome to stage someone that is constantly shifting our paradigm of what is possible as a company. I know he's shifted the paradigm of what is possible for each and every one of you in the room. He is our pace setter. I call him my brother. He's our co-founder. Guys, stand up to bring the ultimate close to an ultimate weekend. Final thoughts and welcome to the front of the room, fellow co-founder, global ambassador, our pace setter. Give it up for Nick Sarnicola, everybody.
Thank you guys. Amazing. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Grab a seat. All right. I gotta tell you guys that this is really amazing for two reasons. I've never been to one of our big events where it was still this packed all the way to the very end. And number two, I've never been to one of our big events like this where there was that much energy still at the very end. So I thank you guys. I want to quickly for a moment, talk about something. I didn't want to do it earlier because it didn't really fit the message of what I was sharing. But I just wanted to thank everybody who was a part of last night at the end of the party when Sheila had a heart attack and all of you guys gathered together and you all sent her all your positive energy and your prayer and your vibes. And I just want to tell you guys thank you from the bottom of my heart. This is such an amazing community. And when I saw that, I just looked around and I was just like, man, we've got the best people. We got the best people in this company. And I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for just being who you are. So thank you guys. Well, this has been a tremendous weekend. It's been a roller coaster ride. How many of you guys have had, you've laughed, you cried? I've heard peed my pants 7 times on stage. I even heard one person say they thought they were going to pee their pants and they remembered they had no underwear on. It's the UK. How many of you guys have had an amazing roller coaster ride this weekend? So, I want to recap just a couple things because there's obviously when you have such a full weekend, it's hard sometimes to try to figure out, well, what's my next step? What's my next step? What's my next step? So just a couple quick things on what your next step is. Obviously, if you have not done so yet, you want to make sure you get committed to the next regional, whatever city it is that you're attending. We'll release the dates in the next 7 days or so, but get committed to the regional that you're attending. If you remember the list of regionals, on the count of 3, yell out the one you're attending. 1, 2, 3. Number two is make sure that you've registered for the National Success Training. You don't leave here unregistered. You leave here registered so you can build for 120 days into Atlanta, and you're 100% fully committed at the beginning. You're not waiting for something to happen 100 days from now. You're committing yourself now before you walk out the door. Can we do this? By the way, what position are you going to be at when you walk that stage in Atlanta? Nice. Let's talk about the product launch. Yes. Product launch, right? First and foremost, don't forget the marketing positioning of this. It's obviously going to be the first thing that you're going to face. It's going to be the biggest objection you face. If you position this cereal against cereal, it's the same as positioning it as, milk and ice against our shake. It doesn't make sense. So you got to make sure you remember this is a shake in our cereal what? Format. It's a shake in a it's a weight loss, it's a transformational, any of these. Focus it to have the right marketplace messaging. Pick up a combo pack. Pick up a combo pack as quickly as you can, because we want to make sure that every single one of you are what type of entrepreneur? What type of entrepreneur? I want to check real quick. Has anybody got it done in the last 24 hours? Anybody go out there? Stand up if you are already got your 3 for free done and you already are a serial entrepreneur. Stand up. Look at that. Stand up if you're going to have it done in the next 10 days. Who's going to have it done in the next 10 days? So we got to go out there and become a serial entrepreneur, because what time is it? Yes, indeed it is. How do we do that? First of all, we got to select a, and then we need to add on a crunch. Let's test our memory. Let's say it again. First thing we got to do is select a, and then we need to add on a crunch. Then we need to find 3 customers that select a, and they add on a crunch. If you already have your kit for free, you just need to add on the crunch combos, okay? By the way, the reason to buy now for any customer or any promoter, the reason to buy now for the next 30 days is free what? Shipping. Now, if I do this, if I go out there and I get my crunch combo for free between now and the end of the month, what type of entrepreneur am I? You got it? This is good, guys. Good repetition. What else? How about this? If you did not ever get 3 for free before in your first 30 days, you missed your shot at being pool qualified for life. Second chance 3 for free is open right now. How many guys like that? How are we going to take this out to the marketplace? 3 strategies. 3 groups of people that we're going to focus on. The first group of people we're going to focus on is the, come on all you in the back, the first group we're going to focus on is the, what are we going to do with the new? We're going to, the second group of people is the, what are we going to do with the current? We're going to, the third group of people is the, what are we going to do with them? The easiest way to do this is to call everyone in all 3 categories and invite them next weekend to the world's largest challenge. On the count of 3, which city are you attending? 1, 2, 3, go. So you should have exactly what you need to do down. Like, this should be in your brain, locked and loaded. I know what I got to do for at least the next 10 days. After that, for the beginning of August, you need a new game plan for the beginning of August. We're not going to give you the new game plan from stage. You're going to get with your ambassadors, and they're going to teach you, okay, here's how we get you to a regional director in August. Here's how we get you to national. Here's how we get you to rising star. But for the sake of leaving here, we've got to make sure that every single person focuses on this promo of crunch time, and they become a serial entrepreneur. Why? Here's why. Because this product needs to launch. You're an entrepreneur. You are the people that are the best 11,000 people in our company are in this room right now. You are the best. Say, I'm the best. Turn to the person next to, hey, you're the best. You're the best 11,000 we got. How's it feel, by the way, to know that you're the best of the best? That's pretty cool. You're the best we got. So if you're the best we got, if you're our future, we've got to launch the product on the backs of us. The 5 stars in the back of the room, all of you guys, myself, we've got to be the ones that come together to launch this product. And the way we do that is to focus on the promo. Focus on the promo. We need to get the product out in the marketplace like crazy. Get awareness out there like crazy over the next 10 days. And the way to do it is the simple strategy of get everyone qualified for this promo. I believe that we can do in the cereal marketplace what we've done in the shake marketplace, which is nothing less than being number one, period, end of story. Who wants to help us do that? Who wants to make us number one again? Win the cereal marketplace. Who wants to swat the bees? Anybody want to swat the bee? Let's swat the bee. Perfect. So we know what we got to do leaving here. We've got, we got the focus of what needs to be done. Friday, I came on stage, and in this backstory, I told you guys that over and over and over again, we as a founding team and our leaders, we found ourselves at a fork in the road. We find ourselves having to choose our next step. Which path are we going to take? Are we going to go left or are we going to go right? Are we going to go the path of least resistance because, it's easier? Or are we going to take the windier, hillier, muddier, uphill, snowier, rock slide path that we know at the end of that path leads to the life of our dreams? And we talked about the sacrifices that we made over and over and over again. We talked about all the stuff that we had to go through over and over and over again. We talked about how at crunch time, we just kept going all in. We just kept going all in. Double down. Let's go. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. In my opinion, right now is one of those moments. Who's ready for crunch time, guys? I look at this group of people right here, and I can remember looking at this group of people, the time that they faced their, fork in the road. I can remember the difficulties that they had in their life. I can remember when Kyle got on the phone with me for the very first time. And I can remember when Kyle said, look, this is not about me, this is about my team. And if I do this, I need to know that you guys are going to be around. He goes, I can make money doing whatever I want to do, but I need to know that if I bring my people here, that they're going to succeed. I can remember when Tina and Ken joined, and they were near bankruptcy. Tina was pregnant with her 4th child. She was bedridden. They took action, hit ambassador 45 days later. I can remember when I sat with Matt and Lee Ward 3 years ago at our Vitality. 1,000 people were there. I can remember sitting down with them after the event. I said, hey, here's the fork in the road. Get in or get out. They went out there and opened a brand new marketplace for us in Oklahoma, became 5-star ambassadors, became ViSalus millionaires. I can remember sitting down with Freddie Malero for the first time, and I could sense that he was not in a good place. I can sense, but he's such a proud man. He's confident, and he knows what he's capable of. But he had reached his bottom. He had reached his floor, and he had to make that choice. He knew it was crunch time. He went for it. He opened up a brand new marketplace for us with a Latino marketplace, went 5-star ambassador, became a ViSalus millionaire. I can remember sitting down with Matt and John Apar. They literally were on a cruise for their company. They drove over to my house and said, look, this is not about us. This is about our team. And we need to know if we come here that we're making the right decision and that you'll do and your company will do whatever it takes to help our people succeed. They had to make a difficult decision. And when they showed up at crunch time, they became the record setter for the fastest 5-star in the history of the company. Every person I look at, I remember meeting Kevin Merriweather for the first time. His first presentation, I was one of the guest speakers at it, and he came up to me afterwards and he just looked me in the eyes like, you will remember me, because I'm going to make a mark on this company. A guy that's been in the industry for 15 years, sitting in the way back seats of events that had 20,000+ people at them, and today he was our keynote speaker because he showed up at crunch time. I can remember sitting down with Heather and Allegazino. I sat down with them at a restaurant, and Heather being an industry expert, Alan being traditional corporate America, and I can remember Alan going, hey, I don't care if she's in, this is something that I want to do. And they've had to make a difficult decision for the first time to build something together, to make adjustments in their life, to make adjustments with their family. They showed up at crunch time, and now they're 5-star ambassadors. See, guys, every single one of these, I can remember sitting down with Ashley Riggs Sarnicola, 2008. I sat down with her for the very first time. She had about 100 prospects in a room. She said, can I one day, someday, maybe, if I build this business correctly, could I be out of my job in 6 months? I looked at her right in the face. I said, marry me. That was what I was thinking. But I looked at her right in the eye. I said, if you do exactly what I tell you to do, I'll have you out of your job in 90 days. 60 days later, building it part-time, she became the youngest female ambassador in the history of our company. She showed up at crunch time. I can remember getting the phone call from Jason O'Toole. I said, Jason, you can go to any company, and they're going to offer you the world. Here's what I can offer you. I can offer you my relationship. I can offer you being a part of a group of friends that you're never going, you'll look back through your life and go, I am so glad I made that decision because I got to spend years of my life with these people. He walked away from a $100,000 consulting contract when he was already $100,000 in debt. And now, $5 million later, Jason and Jennifer are global ambassadors and they opened up the Canadian marketplace. He showed up at crunch time. Throughout this stage is story after story after story. Throughout these seats is story after story after story. Ladies and gentlemen, we are faced with that fork in the road. When you leave this room, everything that you know to be a problem or an issue or a challenge in your life, it is still outside these doors. It is still waiting for you. How will you show up? Will you walk outside these doors, be faced with your problems, and will you fold? Will you take the path of least resistance, or will you stand up, will you overcome, and will you show up at crunch time? Tell me right now who is going to show up, who's going to go for it, and who is going to be standing on this stage in Atlanta. I will see every single one of you on this stage in Atlanta. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for this weekend. Thank you so much. Show up. Show up. We'll see you in Atlanta. It's crunch time, everybody. Let's make it happen. Thank you, guys.